Villiger, Maduro export. Hey, Brad Game, this is Cigar Vlog. So you're probably wondering, what in the hell am I doing smoking a machine-made cigar? Oh, we'll get to that. For right now, though, we need to get this sucker open and lit. So here's the thing about Villigers. I always see these in every reputable tobacco shop. Right next to the register, right? Very square, very box press, open-ended at both ends. So that technically makes it a cheroot style. If you know what an actual cheroot is. This is absolutely not a cheroot. But you always see these hanging out next to the register in every reputable cigar store. So obviously they're there for a reason, right? We're going to find out what that reason is. Well, it's probably going to be a really short video. Short cigar, you know? Right off the bat, I want to say there's something a little on the perfumey side. Green tobacco, a little, I want to say a little coffee cocoa. Retrohale is slightly floral with a little bit of a graham crackery note. Overall, not bad. Given how short this is, I'm basically going to end up cutting to the halfway point because it's a little guy. So we're going to have not our first inch because there's just not that much of it. We're just going to go straight to the halfway. And I'm going to talk about exactly why I decided to review this. Like I said, I keep seeing these next to the register. Not in a humidor. Completely just like there, right? Just a box. Last minute kind of impulse buy, right? So I started thinking, these are in every tobacco shop I've ever seen. They're in smoker friendly, they're all over the place. They're never humidified. What is going on with these things? Well, I looked it up, and apparently they use a type of dry cure or something like that. It's a special curing process where you actually don't have to humidify these things. But what really drew me to these, and actually got me to actually try them, is the simple fact that you can go to the actual Villiger YouTube channel. Oh, got somebody walking over there. You can go to the Villiger YouTube channel, and you can see a guided tour of the factory, starring none other than Heinrich Villiger himself. And he starts talking off about his passion for tobacco, his passion for good cigars, why he uses machines, cost-cutting plus precision, and he's proud of his manufacturing processes. And just seeing how into it he was, and the fact that he was on camera smoking his own Culebras, it's like, I think I want to give these a fair shake. So, that's what we're here now. Ooh, that got a little sweet. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this down to the halfway point, because I don't have that much to smoke on it. And we'll see if anything wakes up changes, and if I have more to expound about when it comes to exactly why I decided to do this. Back to the halfway. Okay, so we're around about the halfway point, and a little bit of a wrinkle I don't usually anticipate. Normally when I go through the tunnel, I'm like expecting to see like dog walkers, bicyclists, things like that. People out walking. This time, almost got his dog taking a nap. Okay then, I'm staying out the tunnel. So anyway, flavor-wise, hardcore like espresso, dark bitter cocoa. Pretty much very, very Maduro flavors, right? For the price, for the fact that it's a machine made, this is actually turning out pretty nice. Pretty nice. So here's the thing, Villiger as a company started off with handmaids, right? Now, I don't know if they actually go back to the, like World War II or not. I'm thinking maybe. Heinrich's been around for a little while. But either war economy or just bad economy in general, eventually he had to downsize his workforce and start using machines. Well, apparently he figured if he was going to do a machine made, he may as well make it a good one, right? So he ends up getting these very, very Swiss, super precise machines, and he still uses them, like the original machines he got like way back decades ago, to this day, to crank these out. Every single one of them is made to pretty exacting tolerances. If you actually watch the video on the YouTube channel, it's fascinating. It's a slick little machine. But anyway, Villiger does still have hand-rolled lines. That said, you kind of have to hunt for them a little bit. You're probably not going to find Villigers, at least hand-rolled Villigers, hanging out next to your typical Rocky Patels, Camachos, things like that. But so far, if the little machine made is any indication, you may want to seek them out. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this down in the nub and get away from that one person walking behind me, who I'm pretty sure is probably in frame at some point or another. And wrap up from there. Did I mention it's 90 degrees out? It's going into October, it's still 90 degrees. Well, pretty much got down to the nub here. Make sure I'm actually recording here. Okay. I have to wonder sometimes. But getting down to the nub, everything's starting to kind of wash out flavor-wise. Funny enough, after the halfway point, it actually seemed to get a little creamier. So, it's kind of a thing with machine mades. Snobs will not touch these with a 10-foot pole because they are machine made. I'm going to say that's not a particularly good attitude to have, because for a quick and dirty El Cheapo, these are good. They have good flavors. Provided you keep puffing on them, they burn pretty well. Keep in mind, I did have to do a touch-up because I kind of got lost in thought and allowed it to go out. But flavor-wise, good, strong Maduro flavors. Not cheap by any stretch. Overall, pretty decent if you got like maybe 15 minutes, a half hour to break. Typically, I try to throw in a kind of a drink pairing. I'm going to say you probably shouldn't be pairing a drink with this. The whole point of a little bitty cigar is you're short on time, which means you're probably like work break, something like that. Taking 5 before driving home. So if anything, I don't know, maybe a coffee. But overall, just because it's a machine made, don't let that deter you. Now there are some machine mades like Philadelphia's and White Owls that are definitely, you know, basically garbage. Well, at least this time it wasn't a motorcycle. But for God's sake, tune your car, dude. Anyway, there are some machine mades that are definitely garbage. This is not one of them. Next time you're in a tobacco store, after you're done getting your Rocky Patels, your Machos, Nica Libres, whatever, if you happen to see a box of Villigers hanging out, try one out. I mean, for the price, kind of hard to beat. Especially if you only got about 15 minutes. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the last couple of puffs out of this. Then get on to the cigar I actually want to smoke, which is going to be a future review. And wrap this up, because I really don't have much else to say. At least I don't think I do. I probably do at some point or another if I think about it, like 30 minutes after I'm done. But that'll probably end up in the description if it does. Anywho. For machine made, not bad. Definitely worth giving a shot. You might not buy them all the time, but they're at least worth trying. Anywho, that's all I got for this one. If you like this review or any other review, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you had a different experience. Beyond that, I do have a Twitch channel, Sunday to Friday night, 10 to 2 p.m. It's kind of its own thing. Take or leave it. I think I'm going to just go ahead and stop advertising that here, just because nobody ever shows up. I mean, then it's just different enough from my cigar reviews that, you don't need to worry about it. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. I'll see you next time.